You're listening to Zap Night's Zap Chats, a monthly video game discussion. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Zap Chats for November 2020. I'm your host, Danny.
I'm your co-host, Kaylee.
How's it going, Kaylee?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Not much to say.
Not much to say.
Not
What
much.
have you been playing?
Stardew Valley.
Yeah? Are you enjoying Stardew?
I am. I like that it's no pressure to beat the game. Like, we're just kind of... I mean, we can technically finish the community center, but we're just kind of just playing to play.
Yeah, and that's something that I've been playing the game too, and I've been playing it on Twitch, and it's something that I've been trying to tell people as they're questioning how far I'm going to go or whatever, or how, I try and talk to them about how I'm playing it for the month, and whatever I get done, right. And whatever state we leave it in is what state it's in, and we'll review it from there. But I feel like in the month that we play it, I feel like we'll have enough experience of the game to be able to give it a fair score.
Well, I feel like I'll for sure be done with a full year by the time we
I'm almost done with the full year. I think I'm in the middle of winter.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. And winter's been difficult, as
really?
winters are. Simply because there's not quite as much to do. Like, you don't have plants to worry about. I've already gotten to the basement of the mines, so like there's not any more exploration there to do. I have the key that I got at the bottom. I got to figure out what to do with that. So it's really, everybody keeps telling me that winter is for building relationships, and I feel like my townspeople hate me, and I don't know why. So yeah, I'll have to go around and give gifts and do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But
do you have a bachelorette in mind? Or
not
bachelor,
really.
I guess? No?
Pretty much everyone hates me in town, so like
The more you talk to them, their friendship goes up the more you talk to them too. I've been giving gifts to my potential bachelors. So.
The funny thing is I keep giving gifts to people, and half the time they're just like, ugh.
Yeah. Well,
jeez, dude.
They give hints. They do give hints to what other people like, but you gotta really catch it at the right time, otherwise you'll never know.
I got this radar from a little monster, a little Yeti monster, and it helps me find notes left behind by people. And it's like it's a magnifying glass or something. Anyway, it helps me find notes, and the notes give me hints on what people like. Those. And so I found like a Christmas list that somebody had written out that tells me what certain people like and, what their desires are for gifts. So that will help a little bit. It's not everybody. It's just maybe 4 or 5 people on the list. But
I just cheated and looked online.
Oh, yeah, I could do that too. But, what's the fun of that?
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. That's the best way to play.
Is there anyone that you hate?
Pam? Is that her name?
Yeah, the trailer park trash.
Yeah, that whole area is nasty. Yeah. Like there's garbage all over. I actually went down there with a hoe once and tried to pull up the garbage from the plot. I thought, well, maybe
that's amazing.
Maybe that's up to me to clean this up because it's so gross.
Down to me. I've got to clean this lady's yard.
That's what I thought. It didn't work, by the way, but I tried.
So funny. I didn't even think of that. I want to say that eventually it gets cleaned up. I don't know for sure, but I want to say it might. Well, you would think, though, that I think Penny is her daughter, and Penny's, well kept and just fine. She seems very cleanly. I don't know why. Why at one point she's like, Mom, maybe we should clean up the beer cans.
and the tire, the half-buried tire in the front yard. Yeah, I know.
Well, you would think
the mayor would walk by and be like, this is kind of gross.
It's in his backyard.
I know. And they'll yell at me for looking through the garbage. Well, talk to Pam about her nasty yard.
They keep perfectly good cookies in those trash cans.
They've only been nibbled on a little bit.
An Autumn's Bounty. Why was this in here? I'll just take this to the mines.
It's funny because they'll even be catered the stuff in the garbage is catered towards whose house it is.
Like the ore you'll find
the ore at the like blacksmith shop. It's really funny.
I'll find a fish occasionally. I'm like, ugh.
You just throw it in your pocket like, this is fine.
We'll just sell this later. Someone will totally buy this. But like, why did they throw the fish away? Why didn't they just throw it back into the water?
Right. But yeah, I've been enjoying it.
Well, that's good. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I trying to maintain my crops in a way that I don't have to water them.
Yeah, that's where I'm at now too. I just got the
sprinklers.
I just got the sprinklers. I got the medium sprinklers. The best sprinklers I don't have the ore for. Or no.
The irradiator.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You get it later.
Yeah,
later in a
I figured
mine.
as much. But yeah, so I can't make that one.
You can get that though as occasionally as a rare drop or like, and I have like 4. I need 1 more to be able to actually refine it.
But I'm able to. I can't imagine that the great sprinkler is that much better than the good one.
It is. Instead of up, down, left, right, it's all 8 squares instead of.
That's the one I already have.
Oh, I see.
So there's a like really bad sprinkler.
The good one, I believe.
There's the good one, and then there's like the best one.
Yeah,
and
I believe
the best
it just
one
does more
outside of that circle. Like the circle alone is enough that you can kind of sprawl stuff out and still have plenty of farmland. Where maybe I could reduce the sprinkler size. Instead of having 8 sprinklers, I might be able to have like 4, or something. But like,
I don't feel the work of spreading it out,
and I don't feel like reducing my sprinklers down. Will open that many plots. It might open up like
5.
Yeah, maybe, maybe. So I really think that I'm fine with my sprinkler system. I think I might go and build a few more sprinklers before spring sets, and then I'll, be able to do my rounds again and save up for strawberries.
I just took like 2 days because you want to not waste the time in the day while you're looking out how many squares you need, but like at the same time you need to be able to see. So you're in a menu like, I gotta figure this out and counting them all.
Yeah,
I went through and pathed everything. So I'm in the middle of fall, so probably winter. I won't use it
of your first year.
Yes. But I feel like if I path it all out now, by the time winter comes, it'll all be dead on the other side. So I'll have 2 sides ready for me to plant everything and hopefully not have to touch. The only thing I'll have to do is harvest them or planting them.
Yeah.
So
I'm kind of thinking about going to trees instead.
I did get a few trees, yeah.
I bought one for each season.
Yeah.
To grow. I think I bought them late fall and then I planted them. So then by spring they should be ready to go. And then the one spring tree will fruit. But, I don't know.
Expensive.
Like I'm kind of thinking about changing instead of doing crops to do just trees. But I don't know. I don't know how much time I'll really have. We only have a couple weeks left, so it's like, do I really want to make something too drastic or just kind of focus on people instead?
And see, certain people like certain crops, so that's nice. Well, and then your community center, you have your different bundles. So like for fall, you need 1 corn, 1 pumpkin, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you have your quality crops. You need 5 of a certain kind. So like, it benefits to have the crops, but like, where's the money really at? Would it be easier to do the trees?
And, it's nice to have the money because you can do the upgrades and stuff, but like, do I really care?
Yeah.
Like, do I really need a basement? Do I really need an upgraded house?
Yes. I need to be able to cook things for my potential husband.
I guess that's where I'm at when I'm thinking about how much time I really have to play the game and what my goals should be. That I think that's the hardest part about this game for me, because I know that at the end of the month I'm probably not really going to play anymore. So
just whatever is.
I want to try. I want to try
enjoy the game,
right?
Yeah.
I want to try and utilize my time to get the most out of it and to kind of explore all the different avenues instead of spending all this time on just crops to the point where, I'll have all this money and then upgrade everything.
Right.
I'll have a mansion in 3 years, but I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah.
Because I could absolutely, during the rest of winter, I could be mining nonstop and have enough sprinklers to fill my farmland. And then, I just need enough money to be able to buy enough crops to fill that farmland, and then I'm set, The
sucky thing is that sometimes, do you know about the fortune teller, correlation, I guess, for if the spirits are... So sometimes she says that luck will be in your favor or that forces will be working against you, and that kind of determines how successful you'll be in the mines. Well, I think more than just the mines, but for as far as I'm concerned, that's my main focus.
That's the biggest one.
So if I'm going to, if it's raining, now it doesn't matter because I have sprinklers, but say before, if it was raining, then I don't have to water my crops, so I can just go straight to the mines, and I'm gonna get potentially double of diamonds, rubies, whatever. And there was one day I got six or seven rubies, a couple emeralds, a whole bunch of gems and stuff. And I came out, I died. Well, I didn't die, but I lost all my emeralds. I was really upset. I was like, no!
I've had days where I've done something stupid and I'm like, nope, we're restarting the game right now. I had to do that
too. Well, I lost my obsidian edge. The nice sword you get. I mean, it's not the nicest, but it is a nice sword. I lost it when I passed out. I'm like, I'm redoing this day.
I did the same thing once. I lost my sword that I'm using now, and it's probably the same one. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I lost it, and I was really upset.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nope, I can't. I have to have this sword. I can't function without it.
Absolutely. I hate to do that, but on the other hand, it's I'm trying to enjoy this game, and I'm not going to be having a good time if my sword is gone.
Right, exactly.
So I don't mind having to redo all my chores if it means... Well, and the upside to restarting a day is all the things that went wrong during your day. Now you know what you have to, checking your mushrooms. If there's no mushrooms there, now I don't have to waste the extra steps running to check my mushrooms or bats, whatever you get.
I always forget to check my mushrooms.
Yeah, I do too. It's hard.
It'll be days, and I'm like, oh right, I have mushrooms, and I'll go in there and I'll pick them all, and I'm like, all right, well, that's done.
Have you fixed your minecarts yet?
Yeah.
So that's convenient, because the path to the mines, I would take the back path, because that's the quickest way, and that's the only time I would check my mushrooms, though.
Oh, so now you don't really check them because you're going the other way.
Have you gotten any animals yet?
I have 2 chickens.
Aww, I just upgraded my coop, so...
Yeah, I just got 2 chickens. I think maybe the last time I played. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been in your streams lately. I've been busy.
I didn't stream this week.
Did you actually play?
I know I didn't play either. I didn't stream or play this week at all because I started a new job and it's been great, but because it's all new and
you're so tired.
I'm just worn out from learning stuff and, constantly trying to...
Of all the games we're gonna play, it's good for this time.
This is more of a chill game, yeah, for sure. But I will be picking this up again next week, which this episode should air on Sunday. So
tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be playing again on Monday, and then I'll play. My normal is Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So I'm gonna go back to that. But yeah, so this week I didn't play a whole lot, but I'll be starting back up again. And hopefully we'll get through the rest of winter pretty quick, and then move on.
Yeah.
To
my goal is to finish the community center.
I would like that to be my goal too, but I don't know how far I'll get.
Yeah.
There are some things that I want to go in and work on it, but I like to forget about it too and not have to be like, what was it again? And I really need to write it down or something.
I did that once. I went through and wrote down everything that I needed, but then it was easier to look online and just keep it track that way. Yeah. They have an unofficial app out there that kind of helps you keep together what hard events you've seen, what everyone likes, and all that stuff. So that's helpful.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know who I'm going to marry. I'm trying to figure it out.
I really haven't put any effort into it whatsoever. I don't even know who's available to marry. I think it tells you in your
anyone
friend list or something if they're single or not.
There's 2 black hearts at the end, and that's how I have been able to gauge, okay, these people are available. You can marry any of them. So if you wanted to marry a boy, you could. If you want to marry a girl, you could. Yeah. But, it's funny, when I first played Stardew a while back, I didn't like anyone at all. And, their character design slowly grew on me. For the longest time, I hated Elliot. I thought he looked stupid.
The guy with the long hair, that I think he's the one that sleeps on the beach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, ugh. Every time I see him, I just want to throw up in my mouth.
Why?
He just irks me. I don't know. And every time I talk to him, he's like, "What do you want?" I'm like, forget you, man. What do you want? You're the one who's bumming out on the beach. I
contemplated marrying him.
I contemplated killing him.
He's a writer. He's not just bumming around. He's writing. He's looking for influence on the beach. You need to have more refined tastes.
Well, you know what I like to find on the beach? Expensive shells on the beach. It's all that I care about.
I think of all the bachelors anyway, my least favorite is Alex, the football dude.
Yeah.
I think that's how you feel about Elliot is how I feel when I'm talking to Alex. He's like, studying is just for geeks or nerds or something like that. It's such a stereotype, but it still is ugh. I hated you guys in school. It's the embodiment of everyone I ever hated.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who I would be going for. I'll have to sit down and think about it and look over what they. I mean, if they like eggplant, that's probably a good sign.
That's probably what you're going. Good news, Elliot likes eggplants.
No.
My usual go-to is, I go to the saloon. I buy up a whole bunch of beer and a whole bunch of pizza, and I gift it to the people that I know like that. Yeah.
I like the mini games.
Yeah, the mini games are cute.
Again, we'll talk more about this on our review episode that's coming on the 1st.
Well, I like talking like this because we're not reviewing it quite yet.
Yeah.
And so we're just kind of talking about it.
Yeah. I just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, the mini games are a lot of fun.
I liked fishing. I didn't like it before, but I actually like it now. I think it's easier on the Switch or something. I don't know.
I really liked the fishing minigame in the Fall Festival.
Yeah, that
was really
easy
nice.
Points. Did you know the wheel game? It's 75% chance to land on green.
Yeah, I think somebody was telling me that in chat. Maybe it was Totodos. She was telling me that it's the green is the one to go with, and I think I ended up losing most of my points.
Oh no.
And then I went and I think I got 90 points or 50 points. Maybe it was only 20 points. Anyway, I did I got the 4th place in my my stand, my display.
I got 2nd place.
I got last. And I got 20 points for it. And then I'm like, well, I'm just gonna, the points mean nothing to me, so I'm just gonna waste all of my points on the wheel game. And I ended up gaining, because I did sorry. Let me tell you the story a little bit clearer. I did the fishing for a while because I wanted to buy the Scarecrow.
Yeah. Did you know that's Howl's Moving Castle Scarecrow?
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Anyway, I wanted to buy the Scarecrow, so I went and did a bunch of fishing. And I got I think 1,500 points or whatever. And I thought, well, if I can just bank all my points on green, then I have a 75% chance of just getting it done and over with now. So I went and I did it and I lost. So then I went and I collected my points for the display. And that was only 20. But I ended up gambling all the way back up to get every item on the list. So every item that you can redeem your points for. So it was a scarecrow, a hat, and the pumpkin. No?
There was a fruit. the star for the like increases.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
There's that.
The pumpkin you get by doing the maze.
I didn't get a pumpkin.
You didn't? What did you get in the maze? Did you not do the maze?
I didn't do the maze. I didn't know there was one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I won't have to restart my game.
When you walk in, everyone's talking about doing the maze.
Huh.
Maybe it's different from year to year. I don't know. But yeah, so like, you know how the main square is where you can do the mini games and stuff? Oh. Maybe I'm thinking about the Spirit Festival.
Yeah,
is different.
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
I haven't done that yet. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, spoiler alert.
I've already played the game.
Oh.
I've played 1 year at least.
Well, that's what I was thinking of.
Okay.
Because the Spirit Festival, you have the maze, and at the end of the maze, you can get a golden pumpkin or whatever. I don't know what you do with it, but I want it.
Good for you. Now you have a golden pumpkin. Huh. Yeah, there's a lot of little stuff to this game that's really nice. I like the Chrono Trigger-y music.
Yeah, the whole game, I feel like, takes influence from the Chrono series, for sure.
You got a few Easter eggs. Like, apparently there's a bear with an umbrella or something like that. And anyway, it's supposed to look a little bit like Totoro. And then the little soot sprites, of course.
Yeah.
And then the scarecrow. But just little like Easter eggs. There's a poster or something in someone's room that also is like an allusion to a game or something like that.
Interesting.
So just
there are
like
a lot of really small details that are adorable.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's fun to look for, is these little details.
I love the little animals. The little frogs and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They also have these birds that look like the blue chickens, but they're birds. So they're like skinny chickens. They're really cute. Do you have a blue chicken yet? No.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't? Oh, they have blue chickens.
Oh.
And ducks.
I have a brown one and a yellow one.
Ooh, chocolate and vanilla. They will go very tasty on some ice cream.
Tastes like chicken.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Oh.
So what else have you been playing? Anything?
Not a whole lot. We did get our PlayStation 5.
Ooh, yeah. So the PlayStation 5 came out this week.
Yes.
And the Xbox Series X came out this week. I didn't buy either of them.
We weren't going to at first, and then my husband had the chance to. He had it in his cart the day you could pre-order, and then he wasn't able to redeem it.
Aww.
So he was a little upset, so it was what it was. And I told him, I was like, there's not really a game that...
And that's the biggest reason why I didn't buy one, because there's nothing that came out on release date that I wanted to buy. So I just didn't.
Well, for him... Well, in any case, the day that it released... He had, the day before, he went through and registered all accounts on Target and Walmart, trying to, in preparation to try at least.
Yeah.
And while he was at work in the middle of the night, he was able to cart one and purchase it through Target.
Nice.
So he came home that morning, because he works nights, so I was still asleep. He came in really quietly. He's like, hey, I'm gonna run to Target. I'm like, okay. I'm happy for you. Rolled over, went to bed. So yeah, he got that. In fact, I didn't even wake up until he'd gotten back from running to Target. And it was like Christmas morning. Like, there he is on the floor. The box is opened. There's paper and like tissue paper all around. And there he is playing with his controller. Apparently the controller is really nice. Like,
really?
The feel and everything.
I was worried about that because it doesn't look very comfortable, but the PS4 controller is great.
I have to say, from just holding it, it seemed very comfortable. The material that they use for the grip is like, if you look at it really closely, it's like microscopic. They're little X's and circles and like the little buttons, and it's so cute. They're so tiny.
Oh, I was kind of expecting you to say that the rubber that they used on it was like velvety or something.
No. It's very fine. No, it's like royalty. No.
Have you seen any of the gameplay from?
He's been playing Demon's Souls. It does look nice. I have to say, I I haven't seen a whole lot, so it's not like I was blown away.
Right.
But we are gonna stream our PlayStation 4 to it so that we can play that way, and so we'll see. But it is nice to know, like, when Final Fantasy V comes out, to be able to play it on the PlayStation 5. Final Fantasy 5, Final Fantasy 7.
You had me very confused.
but no,
yes.
the Final Fantasy remake, the part 2, if it ever comes out.
Sure. Well, and 16, I'm sure will be on the PS5. Nice. Yeah, I didn't want to buy it for that reason, but so wait, why would you stream your PS4 to your PS5? Why not just play your PS5 games or your PS4 games on your PS5?
I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about. Honestly, I don't know much about the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I don't know anything either.
I believe that is the alternative for it being backwards compatible. I'm really not sure, unless it's just a means of keeping your save data on your place, like not having to trade. I really don't know. I have no idea. Literally none.
No, it's fine.
My best guess, I have zero knowledge on this whatsoever. Don't even listen
from
to
what
me.
From what I've heard, and again, I could be wrong too, but from what I've heard, the PS5 is almost, it's like 90% backwards compatible with the PS4. Mm-hmm. So like, why wouldn't you just play your
I don't know, but it's an option that you can do, so
yeah, it's weird.
I don't know.
Well, in any case, I have been also playing Mario Odyssey with Lori. We finished it.
Finally, 1 year.
We finished it a while back because we originally played it for a podcast episode. And we just recently 100% completed it. So it took, the hours was like 90 hours, but we've been working on it for a couple months where we're just on and off trying to collect all of the moons and finish up all the levels. There's a level at the very end, the darker side of the moon or something. Yeah. And it's like super hard. It's really, really hard. And if you die at any point during that level, you have to start back at the beginning and do it all over again. There's like they're like mini sections. So like you get through the first section, you have to do like wall jumping, and then you got a little mini section of doing the like handlebar loops or jumps. And then you got a little section of like lava pit rolling wave jumping. And then in any case, you need to learn each one of those sections to be able to finish it. But if you die at any point, you got to start back over again. So like the first half of the game, you've memorized down to the jump.
Like an art
and then you get to the very end, and the very end you die. And it's like
do it all over again.
It's like the very end you've done like maybe 3-4 times, where the very beginning you've done 160 times, you know? So, but it ended up, that section specifically, Lori ended up beating it. Lori did the work. Lori did the hard stuff. But we had a lot of fun finishing that game. It's really funny now that the Switch has been out for a few years to start up Mario Odyssey and have this big controller like tutorial on screen about like, you can undock your Switch controllers and you can use the Switch controller, or you could hook up your Pro. And it's like, I know! I've been playing this for how long now? Just get to the game already. It's kind of annoying, but otherwise, yeah, it's been a fun game. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
We were going to start up Mario Galaxy, and we turned it on and put it in from the Mario All-Stars 3D collection, and it Mario Galaxy is funny because everything revolves around Mario being on this like little planet, and the orientation is so confusing in that game. So then we're like, well, let's try playing Mario Sunshine. Well, Mario Sunshine doesn't have inverted controls, so we're not going to play Mario Sunshine. Apparently, they're coming out with a patch soon to be able to have inverted camera on Mario Sunshine. But yeah, so we're not going to be playing that either.
That
At least
makes
not soon.
If you have to play inverted, it makes the difference.
I know.
Absolutely.
It's terrible.
Well, and it's very hard. Like, if let's say you do adapt to it, it confuses you the next time you have to play a game. Honestly, yeah. I get really confused.
It's all in how your brain processes inverted, or how your brain processes what you're controlling. For example, if you're a character and your character is in the middle of your screen, you're controlling your character up, down, left, right. You're moving the character up, down, left, right. But the camera is behind the character. You're the camera. So if you want the camera to look to the right, your movement needs to go to the left to be able to compensate for looking to the right. So like that's how my brain processes camera movement. And if I want to look up, my camera has to go down. So that's how I process that. So when you can't do it that way, it's so hard to get out of that mode. And then you can go another layer and say, a gun, for example, or shooting an arrow. You're controlling the arrow point, not necessarily the arrow itself. So you want the point to go up, down, left, right, and so you need to control it according. So it's like all those layers have to be different orientations so your brain can figure it out.
That's how one of the mini games, the fall festival, was the slingshot. It was so bad. It was embarrassing. I didn't even get points. That's how bad I was.
I played that too, and I thought the same thing. Like, exactly the same. Because I started playing it. I played it one round, and I'm like, what was that? I'm like, that was terrible. So then I tried it again, and it was a little better, but, like, it still was really bad.
Yeah, that's exactly how it was. I failed really bad. I was like, oh, maybe I'll try that again. Maybe it'll be better next time. It was not better next time.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
And then they're like, good try, buddy. Here's 2 points. Like, thanks.
I didn't even get points.
Oh, you didn't?
I was that bad. I thought I was doing great, but apparently I was not.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get those purple ones on the score.
And then you go and do the fishing thing, and it's like a cakewalk.
Yeah,
and they're like, here's 400 points. Like, what?
That made me feel worse about it, honestly. I'm like, how am I getting 2,000 points for fishing, but I can't use a slingshot?
I know.
Good times. Yeah, those inverted controls, man, those make the difference.
I know, they do. There's a game I really want to play, Senua's Sacrifice. Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. And it looks amazing. And the graphics are amazing, and the gameplay is really cool, but they don't have inverted controls for the camera, so I can't, it's so hard to play. We've actually bought a PS4 controller to invert.
Oh wow, that's cool.
It's not. Yeah. I want to mod it, but I bought one specifically to mod to invert the controls manually instead of. I need to do it, but that's the plan. Instead, eventually, I'm going to have a controller with inverted controls that I've modded into, just so I can play this one game.
Oh, I mean a long time ago, Brandon loves this story. Beyond Two Souls, I tried it, and you, at the very beginning, you're in like the perspective of the ghost, but the whole time I'm trying to figure out what the heck is wrong, because until this point, for the most part, I've played platform games or just very straight, like Final Fantasy. You don't really need a whole lot of inverted controls. So this is one of the first games where I didn't quite understand that I did inverted controls, so there I am, like floating upside down and backwards, and Brandon goes, it was so painful to watch. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, my brain just can't get it. I don't know what's wrong. And I needed inverted controls. That's how it was.
And it's weird when you're trying to play a game without it. The sensation is so bizarre because you're like,
why is it doing
my
this?
brain, I'm trying so hard to get this character to do what I want it to do, and I just can't. And then you start messing with the inversion, it's like, I can breathe now.
Because really, you've played games, at least for us, you play games so many times that you know how a controller functions. It's not like you're brand new at this. And so to just be like, it should be fluid, and when it's not, it's such a, what's wrong?
Yeah.
I like to imagine that's how a stroke would feel.
Well, I think that's the problem with Bee Simulator, too.
Oh, man,
that,
Bee Simulator was bad,
you expect it to perform a specific way, and when it doesn't, you feel like there's something wrong, and when you go into the menu and you're changing all the settings and it's still not quite right, then all you could do is point at the game and be like, what's wrong with you, game? Like, what have you done?
With my dyslexia, I'm not terribly dyslexic, but it does impact the way my memory works. So then I start mixing up buttons in a way, like cancel and okay are my biggest offenders. I'm constantly hitting the wrong button because of that kind of stuff.
Well, you know what your problem is? PlayStation, X is the OK button and circle is the cancel button. And X is the bottommost button and circle is the right button. Where if you go to the Switch, it's backwards.
Yep.
So like A,
I don't
without seeing it, I don't know it. So A is the right button, and that is the OK button, but B is the bottom button, and that's the cancel.
Yep.
So it's like reversed from PlayStation to Nintendo. And that screws me up a lot because, you know, we play a lot of games from a lot of different systems. So when you're switching from, a Nintendo-based game and you throw in a PlayStation game and start playing PlayStation, you're canceling out and you're hitting OK. You're just like, just do it.
Yes, absolutely.
Another problem that I have when it comes to controller stuff is when my stress level hits a certain spot, I just randomly push buttons. And like, no matter how much I try to control that, it's still like Mario. When I was playing Mario Odyssey, there are times that you have to do like fancy jumps to make it to a certain spot.
So you like run your thumb along all the buttons.
It's more like I'll do like half of the fancy jump, and then the second half I'm just like just button mashing everything and just hoping that Mario does what he needs to do. And it's so bad. It's so bad.
There's like a pattern, like maybe this pattern will work. Like the way you move your thumb.
Yeah.
This seems like a combo.
It's like okay, if I jump twice and then a hat throw and then I jump onto the hat and then I just push all the buttons, sometimes it works.
That's how I go through life. Sometimes it works.
That's true, yeah. Well,
if you hit enough against the wall,
if you hit enough buttons,
well,
if you push enough of people's buttons,
absolutely. That's how it works for most people when they're talking to me.
Oh man.
But yeah, that's how gaming is going right now.
Have you gotten has Brandon gotten Assassin's Creed yet?
Yeah, he got it actually.
You get it for the PS5 or the 4?
I think he got it for the computer actually.
Oh.
He pre-ordered something. He built a computer over the summer. And one of the things, I don't know if it was his case or, anyway, it's fancy pants, all that stuff. It came with and it came as an incentive for that purchase of that. So yes, he's been playing it on the computer.
Nice. We bought it, we pre-ordered it through Ubisoft and bought the like exclusive edition or the collector's edition. It came with like cool like figure and some other stuff. And you guys can see that on our Instagram page if you want. Just look up ZapNightGaming. But Lori's been playing a lot of it, and I think she's really enjoying it. I'm kind of planning on playing it for the next.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be the next episode. It obviously won't be December 1st because December 1st is going to be Stardew Valley. But it might not be January 1st. I don't think I can beat it before then. So we may throw something in between that time. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan, is to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla for all of December and maybe into January as well. So I'm planning on streaming it. So if you guys want to check that out, that would be awesome. It's twitch.tv/ZapNight. Again, we play Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. No, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
It's just the buttons all over again.
I know, Saturday, poor Fridays.
So dyslexic, someone send help.
And then on Sundays, I'm kind of thinking about playing indie games. I bought this pack a long time ago. It was like, I think it was a Black Pride thing when we were having all those problems here in the US. A group put together this big pack where they were going to donate all the money to one of those organizations. And for $5, you could get this pack of it was like thousands of indie games. So I have thousands of indie games.
Nice.
And I think I want to sit down and just play a couple hours every Sunday to just sit down and check it out and mess with it and see what it's like. And maybe we'll find some gems in there. I think that would be fun. So we'll be streaming that on Twitch as well. So if that sounds like fun, make sure you guys check that out. Anything else to talk about? I bought the Mario Game & Watch.
Oh yeah,
system.
You were telling me about that.
Did you check that out?
I haven't seen it yet. No.
Oh, it's over on my shelf. I'll show you when we're done. It's super cute. It's it's supposed to replicate the original Game & Watch, which was what got Nintendo into the gaming industry to begin with. And if you remember, Game & Watch is that little game with the ball juggler dude, and he would juggle the balls around. It was the super simple dot matrix games. Well, this is a revamped version of that, where it has a full-fledged version of Mario and Mario the Lost Levels, or in Japan it was Mario 2. And then they also have a little Game & Watch game in there too, and it's super cute. It's a really nice screen. I think it was $50. I ended up buying it. It just came out yesterday, so I bought that at Best Buy. So it's just a little fun. I like my handhelds, and I miss Nintendo's handheld systems. We just got a capture card for the 3DS, so now we can stream some 3DS games and whatnot. But actually, speaking of, I do want to play some 3DS thrift shop stuff, DS and 3DS thrift shop games, so maybe we'll have to do that sometime. Maybe we'll do that today. I don't know. Why not? It just depends on how much time I have with you, so maybe. But yeah, anything else?
I think that's it for now. It's been kind of a easy peasy. Stardew came at a good time. It's just been kind of easy mode this month. Just kind of relaxing.
With me being in between jobs, and it really is nice to have more of a chilled, relaxed game.
Yeah.
And every now and then I get people in there that are really knowledgeable about the game or just want to hang out, and I really appreciate that. Whenever somebody is in the chat, especially people who have been listening to the podcast episode, let me know, because that means so much to me. Who was it that was in there? Zealous?
Oh yeah, he joined our Discord, I believe.
Yeah, he did. Super awesome person, just chatting about the podcast, which is so nice. Dude, thank you so much for hanging out and listening to the podcast. But if there's other people that want to hang out and say hi, I would appreciate that. Even if you don't stick around, even if you just drop in and say, hey, I listened to you on the podcast, wanted to say hi, I appreciate that. So, something to sit down and think about. But otherwise... you can find us on YouTube, youtube.com/ZapNightGaming. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We just started TikTok. We got, 2 videos on there. We may have more eventually, but it's slow. We're trying to keep up with the kids. We're just trying to keep up with the kids. But yeah, follow us wherever you want to follow us, wherever you can find us, and have a good rest of your month, and we'll see you on the 1st.
Bye.
Well, that was a long one.
Well.